Hey guys, today I am going to start retraining Lennox on the muzzle. Lennox was muzzle trained, I should say, and because of previous experiences where I have had to put the muzzle on in consistent shitty situations for him, like the vet, he now associates the muzzle with bad times, which is fair enough. So I need to retrain him because I really want to bring him to my socialization sessions, but for safety reasons I want him in a muzzle. Now what I usually do is I put some peanut butter at the end. As you can see, I let the dog lick it, right? And that way it's rewarding and they're getting used to having the muzzle on. And I also do a game where I go in, yes, and I reward, right? And you just keep doing that until they are so comfortable holding their head in that you can put the straps on. And sometimes that takes a good fair while before you get to that point. You might just hold it like that and then treats through the little hole. Now Zelda has absolutely no issues with muzzles because she never needs one in real life, whereas Lennox has laid down over there because he knows what time it is. Now I use now the Baskerville, and I think that we need to get rid of it because of the bad association that he has with this muzzle. It's also obviously very stiff, but I find that he doesn't get a lot of space in this muzzle. So I've ordered a whole bunch of different ones from AliExpress. I really want to get him on a muzzle like this, which fits Zelda's whole head. This one is too big for Lenny, like this bit touches his eyes. And this one was too small, so funnily enough, this is a large and that's a medium. This one actually fits Zelda quite well. Yeah, that's a perfect size for her, for if she needed one. So I got all of these for my group classes because I think it's important that we teach dogs how to be okay with the muzzle. But I was at a seminar the other week and we were talking about muzzle training, and then I remembered the false muzzle. So basically, I've got these muzzles here that are cheap. Like I paid barely any money for it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off. So all they need to do is stick their nose in, but they can open their whole mouth, they can play with a ball, all that kind of stuff. And that's how I'm going to try and reteach Lennox that the muzzle isn't all bad after all. I don't know how that's going to go. I've never actually done this with a client's dog. I just got reminded of it. So today's the first session, and then hopefully I can keep up the filming so you can see what it's going to be like, and if I can get him fully comfortable with a muzzle again. So he's very keen to just walk off, which is fair enough. Yeah, that's gonna be the one. Again. So he's happy with this, but the moment, I'll show you from the side, the moment I would try put the strap on, he would get like panicky, or he tries to like pull it off. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna cut this bit off. Remember, this is a cheap muzzle. Doesn't matter if I cut this off. Sit. Wow. See, so now he sees, oh my gosh, this is fully open. And he's hopefully gonna have less of a negative feeling towards it. Go closer again. Oh, put the straps out of the way. In. Good boy. And I just need to restart this, right? Like, good job. Again. Yes. That he learns that this thing means the treats are coming out. It doesn't just mean we go to the vet and they're gonna poke me with shit that I don't like. Yes. Good boy. Look, did you see that? He kept his head in. Yes. Good boy. He didn't take it out. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, good boy. Like, for him, That's pretty amazing. And now the trick is to not get greedy, right? Like, he's pretty comfortable keeping his head here now, but I don't want to go and be like, okay, now let's put the strap on and see what happens, because I want him to have positive experiences. So if I go and put the strap on, now he's like, you tried to set me up. I knew it. And then after this, I have to, if he's comfortable with all of that, I might have to go back and buy a really nice one. I've been really keen to get a muzzle movement muzzle. Good boy. But they're so expensive. So I'm trying to find something that gives him a bit more space. What a good boy. Get a bit of love. Oh my gosh, you're doing so well with this one like that. Good job, buddy. See, this is great. He hasn't done that in so long. What a good boy. Nice work. See, now he's keen. He's like, okay, put this thing on my face so we can do this. Good boy. Look at that. Oh, I know, buddy. And there I did it anyway. I went a little bit too fast. Then, one more time. Yes. I'm just putting it there so it's easier to hold. I want to make sure you can actually see it. Look at this pretty face. What a good job, buddy. There's a treat around you. And now we're retraining, making it fun. Waited too long. Good job. So I decided to keep things super basic. So day 2, session 2, all I'm doing is feed treats through the end of the muzzle and repeating lots of that. I didn't want to go too quick and just sticking to that. He's doing that really well. Alright, in session 3, I am working on duration and I'm actually really pleased. So I had to speed up this part of the video because otherwise it's like watching paint dry. But he held it for 1 minute and 17 seconds with treats in between, but he didn't take his head out during that whole time, which I was really happy with. And then I actually started talking to the camera and I got a little bit sidetracked, and that's when he pulled it off, like you can see here. Another goal for this session is to reduce the amount of treats I'm using in between reps and changing the treat location. As you can see, I want him to know that he can move around with the muzzle and doesn't have to pull it off the moment I move. And I'm holding the strap at this point. I'm not clipping him in yet. I just want him to realize, like, look, you can move and you can still eat with it without it being stressful. I am trying to put the muzzle on, but the straps were super long, so I had to fix that first before I could properly do it. So I'm really pleased. I want him eager to have his head in there. So I'm just holding it because the clip is too big. I can try. So this is the first time he's let me do that without having to force him or almost hold him down and jam his head in there. So I'm very happy with this. I'm just holding it here because it's very loose and I don't want it to irritate him or anything. I'm gonna see if we can add some movement. You ready? Oh yeah, it was way too loose. So that was like a mistake on my end. Wait, hey, Zelda, don't bark in my face. Good boy. Now I'm gonna unclip it. Good job. That was such a good session. Look. So this is probably the first time in a very long time that he's wearing this muzzle without pulling it off, but being happy. Like, he's not stressed. He's just like, cool, what are we doing? So I'm feeding quite rapidly because this is a new addition, right? Like, closing it is new for him at the moment. Like, if this muzzle wasn't cut, it would have been too small. but because I cut the end off, he can drink, play, eat. All right, let's see if we can get him to move. Good, Danny, ready? Go. Danny, Hey, a little bit too fast for him there. You're gonna treat on your back. I'm just gonna retry it. In. Good boy. Alright, so he is obviously suspicious. And maybe I went too fast. It's trial and error. But the fact that he's letting me do this is already a win. Because usually he wouldn't. He knows that if he hooks his feet here, he can usually get it off. So it's really hard to unlearn him. I'm just gonna do the walking with him instead. Then he come. Yes! Good. Then he come. Nope. Come. Sit. You're okay. You can still eat. You're alright. Ready? Yes! Ready? Yes! Sit. Good boy. Look. Sit. No. Yeah, you can rub. I don't want you rubbing. Wait. Wait. What's up, Hannibal? Good boy, son. No. Sit. No. Alright, so here I'm going basically back and forth, making a move around with the muzzle on. There are quite a few moments where he does go back to his default behavior, which is trying to pull it off, and I correct him with a no, and we just keep trying. I do think that now looking at it, I went too long in this session, and I should have ended it earlier, but I still think he did really well considering. Yeah! Yeah! Good job! Good job! You got it! You got it! Oh! Good boy, buddy! Good boy! Oh! Good job! Good job! Yeah! The nails! Wow! Good boy! Good boy! Oh! Good job! See, this is not too bad. This is not too bad. Good job! Oh! Yes! 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 Good job! Wow! You got the joy! You got the joy! Good boy! Today, I want to work with him on putting a muzzle on while I don't have treats. And then I'm gonna go straight into play, because yesterday he seemed really to enjoy that. Maybe I'll use one treat to get the muzzle on. Honey, come. I'm gonna warm him up. Leave it. Good job. So I am so happy with this. The fact that he lets me put this on and it's not instant fighting, that he's like, get it off my head. I'm super, super happy with that. So I'm gonna give him a treat. And now we're going to play. Look! No. Look, you can play with it like this. Not like that one. Alright, so I'm finding now, trial and error, that the ball is too big to grab for him. So instead I'm going to go back to the tug. And actually maybe I'll do a bit of obedience work with him. Look, sit. Good boy. Let's see if I can get him to do anything, because he's definitely pissy. Yeah. Then you can move with it. Yes! Good job. Ready? Hold it. Hold it. Yes! Good job, buddy. Sit. Middle. That's not middle. Middle. Yeah. Don't. That's it. Come. And spin, spin. Sit. Oh, you're smiling at me. He said, take this stupid thing off my face, mommy. Come. This way. Oh my gosh, you're being stubborn. There. I just want him to realize that he can do everything still with this thing on his head. He doesn't have to fight it. Are you ready? Oh, good stuff happens when the muzzle on my face. Good boy. Good job. Oh, sit. And go. Whoa. 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 Oh, you okay? Here, grab at that. No. There. Okay. Go. Not even stop. No, I didn't want that round because it's too loose. Well, gotta show you the feels too. Now it's definitely tighter around the bottom, so hopefully it doesn't come off again. Just try to not make him move too much at the moment because that's like antagonizing him to go and start clawing at it. Turn your head. And then look. Yes! 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 Good boy! Look! Wow! Maybe it's actually more comfortable now that I've tightened it up. Good job! So I'm really happy with that. One more time. Good job. Good boy. So we're trying tug again, and this time it's going a lot better. I did speed this up because it's a bit boring to watch. I think one of the main takeaways for me watching this back and editing this video is to make my sessions shorter. I feel like I would have probably had less irritation if I would have just cut the sessions shorter and done smaller bits. Which is funny because I tell my clients this all the time, and then obviously when you're in the moment you kind of lose track of time and you just want to keep going. But I'm very happy how this went. Once I tightened the muzzle, I felt like he was a lot less irritated with it, so that was good, and now I'm letting him off and play with the tug for a bit without the muzzle. Ready. Come on, Smelly. Good boy. Yes, that's good. Good job. Alright, here we are. We had a few little meltdowns, so that's why I had to stop filming because I can't hold two dogs and feed them and organize the muzzle. But I'm very, very happy with this. He is doing so good. Like, I can't even remember if we ever were at a point where he was this relaxed with the muzzle on. So I'm very pleased. Let's cross the road. We're just in the local park doing a small lap. So he did get out off once, just now. And I had to put it back on. But again, it's loose. It's not hard to get off at all. But I'm still really happy. No, like this is the problem. So he's being a very good boy with his little muzzle on. Good job, buddy. It's progress. He doesn't really want to leave my side. Got Zelda with me too. But, Lenny, look! He is keeping it on most of the time. I have to really multitask here with my hands. Give him a treat when he's annoyed with it. He does try to get it off, but compared to how it was a few weeks ago, this is a massive improvement. And I'm really pleased. Doesn't maybe look that good yet, but it's better than it was. Alright, session 8, I opted for some obedience training, some tricks, just whatever he enjoys doing usually, but with a muzzle on. Remember, I know a lot of this is repetitive, but that's the whole point of this training. I want him to be so used to the muzzle and having so many good experiences with it that he stops trying to claw it off. And I mean, if you go back earlier in the video, I think it was around 15 minutes, he refused to even move and follow a treat with it. And if you look at this session now, he's doing everything I want from him without being cranky, without being upset with the muzzle. So you can see the progress he's making. And I am super, super happy with how he's doing and his general attitude. And like I've been doing, obviously this video is sped up. So in general, I know he's trying to get it off here. I think he did really, really great. Here we are at the vet. I decided to take him for a walk first to get some energy out. And now we're only working with the muzzle in the consultation room, in the reception area, while we're waiting for our appointment, because I didn't want to use it during the consultation, even though he's just going in for a Cytopoint injection, because I want him to just have the muzzle on and experience it without the stress of the consult as well. But this is really, really massive progress for him, because previously I would not have been able to get that muzzle on to begin with if we were at the vet, because he is not good at the vet, right? His behavior at the vet is what got me into dog training. So to get here, I think it shows amazing progress. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know it's very long, but I didn't want to only show you the good and the positive sides of it, also the tricky bits. The second part will be where I'm actually got the right muzzle, and we're going to change from the fake muzzle into the proper muzzle once I buy one, and then see the transitioning for that. If you like this video and it helps you and your dog, I'd love it if you comment, subscribe or like, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.